Kakaaki Social is up next. Ohimai, how are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Tive. Good morning, Chiko Jinaka.
Good morning. What's the latest?
Let's take a look. Good morning, Nigeria, and this is Kakaaki Social. I am Ohima Maiza, your anchor on this segment. There's been outrage in the social media over the killings in Zamfara state. Over the weekend, we saw indigents of the state staging the protest here in Abuja, calling on the Nigerian government to take proactive steps to stem the killings which have happened again over the weekend. There were reports from Zamfara state that bandits had killed a lot of more people in that state, and indigents of that state converged on the Unity Fountain in Abuja on Saturday to demand that the killings are put to an end. The hashtag Zamfara is bleeding, end Zamfara killings, were trending concurrently in the social media over the weekend. We go now and take a look at some of the details of that report. Binani, a Twitter user, tweeted and said, "You can hear the pain in her voice. She, like many others, stood in line for hours to vote for you, Buhari, and this is how you repay them. Fear the wrath of the Almighty, Mr. President. As for Abdulaziz Yari, Walai, Sakaninande Yan Zamfara, the Kai say Allah, end Zamfara killings." We'll take a look at this video that captured the frustration of a lady who had voted for President Muhammadu Buhari, but is saying our people in Zamfara state are now being killed, and Mr. President, you are doing nothing about it. Let's take a look at this video.
Baba, kaci zaɓe, amma baba ko so ɗaya baka fito kaci Allah ya ji rai ɗaya da aka kashe a Zamfara.
Gaskiya ne wannan.
Gaskiya ne. Ko so ɗaya ka jajanta ma mutanen Zamfara ba baba. Baba, I'm very, very angry. Baba, I love you to the moon and back, but I'm ready to say it the way it is. Baba, you have failed us. Baba, I'm disappointed. Baba, I regret fighting for you.
Yes.
Baba, today I'm crying. Because my brother, then another kidnappers, and they are demanding from us 200 million. Yo, something should air. Why she back exactly yo? Baba, why? Nemo kaimaka Baba. Nemo kaimaka soya, demo kaimaka ita chelefi. Support me kadamuke shine lefi Baba. Nemo kaimaka, where have we gone wrong? Zamfara Niger ba Nigeria bache. Amma mun ji akan wannan mutum ɗaya da aka kashe ka fito kai magana.
Okay, we've seen more reactions to the video you just watched. Mohammed El Bonga Ibrahim tweeting at El Bonga said, "This is one honest supporter amongst the million supporters of Buhari who are disappointed with his I don't care attitude towards the Zamfara crisis. People are killed, women are raped, others are kidnapped, robbed and displaced, but not even a condolence message." Hashtag Zamfara killings. Mohammed M. Boga tweeting, Dawisu, who is the new media aide to the governor of Kano State, tweeting and said, "This moved me. I am with her on this, wallahi. Baba Buhari, you have failed us in this regard. March for Zamfara." The new media aide to the governor of Kano State tweeting there. The Abu Munir tweeting said, "No reasonable captain will abandon his ship when he is most needed. One of the APC supposed stronghold is boiling with killing and kidnappings. But Buhari is elsewhere in the world, snapping pictures in gardens, enjoying as if we are the world peace country." The Abu Muni tweeted that Kenan Naimeka tweeted and said, "Baba is fighting corruption. You people are distracting him, please. Allow him to finish the war on corruption before we talk about security." Kenan Naimeka tweeted that real activist in a tweet said, "According to Newton, for every action there is equal but opposite reaction. In other words, for every choice there are consequences. The killings did not start after elections. It started long before then. Zamfara had a chance to choose differently." Rare activist tweeting, and then Ayo Bankole sharing this video of popular broadcaster Kaderia Ahmed, who is also an indigent of Zamfara state. She also featured prominently in the protest on Saturday, and she had something she said about the governor of Zamfara state. Ayo Bankole sharing this video with us tweeted and said, "This outrage and others I've seen since this Zamfara massacre is like medicine after death. Thousands died before elections and Buhari did nothing. Kaderia glossed over it during the election interviews. Even here, reluctance to condemn the president as strongly as the governor." Let's take a look at this video of what Kaderia Ahmed had to say about the governor of Zamfara state.
We are here to tell the government and those that are in charge of security
that Zamfara lives matter. Every time there are issues in other places, we come out, we protest, we march. And now that it is right at our own doorstep, we have to also come out and protest and march. Our people are being killed like they're flies, and it doesn't seem to matter to anybody. So that's why we're here, and that's why we're marching.
Now, there is a government in place in the states. Are we saying that that government has not done well enough?
As far as I'm concerned, that government is the most useless governor in the history of the country.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Quote me.
You're right.
He is the most useless governor in the history of Nigeria. This is a governor whose reaction to the killings in his state was to resign as chief security officer.
Oh yes.
He went on the record to say that he cannot be chief security officer. Yes. So I don't know what he's still doing in office. He doesn't care. He only cares about the people of Zamfara when it comes to politics.
Yes.
That's the only thing that matters to him. The fact that they're getting killed doesn't matter. He lives most of his life here in Zamfara, in Abuja. How can you govern a state for 8 years from Abuja? What sort of leadership is that?
That is a shit.
We're so happy he's on his way out.
Yes.
He's hopeless as a leader. He has not done well for our people. So under him, Zamfara has deteriorated. I grew up in Zamfara. A lot of people here don't understand when we talk about the Zamfara we grew up in because they don't know it. The Zamfara I grew up in was peaceful. It was affluent. We had businesses, we had ginneries, we had tanneries, we had textile, we had oil mills, we had sweet factories.
But everything's
Where
down.
are they now?
They're down.
And it is down to him and his godfather.
So what are we asking now?
We are asking for Muhammadu Buhari,
to speak up,
the president of Nigeria, to show the people of Zamfara the same regard they have shown for him. For 2 elections now, they've come out in large numbers to vote for him. Can he, for goodness sake, show that he also cares about them? Can he provide security so that we can sleep in our homes?
Yes.
If this government, these politicians cannot do it, can we declare a state of emergency?
Better.
So that we can go to our homes. We can't visit home. I haven't been home in over a year because they kidnap you from your house. Then they kill you.
Okay, we'll take a look at some of the reactions to that video you just watched. Ayo Bankole still tweeting said, anyone blaming a governor more than the president is still chasing political correctness or being mischievous. The president is the de facto CSO. Governors have no real power over the police. Another need for restructuring. We can't keep toying with lives until it hits our family. Ayo Bankole tweeting, Colin Zuma in a tweet said, same Kaderia that gave Buhari soft landing at NG the candidates when she had the chance to question him on the high level of insecurity in the country. She rather waited for Atiku, who she bombarded with those questions. Now she wants Buhari's attention. Okay, Collins Umar tweeting, and then from Saigio Physical tweeting said, Kaderia, Mr. President is in Jordan. Why Zamfara killings is going on? Security of lives and properties is the primary responsibility of the government, not traveling up and down for some unproductive meetings. And then from Kanayo OAP tweeting said, I think we need to look at these Zamfara killings holistically. With the way security is structured, the truth is that governors most times are handicapped. The State Commissioner of Police receives orders from above. Buhari should be held responsible. Don't even tell me otherwise. Kanayo OAP tweeting, and we've seen this very touching and disturbing story from the cable bloodthirsty demons of Zamfara. A 77-year-old man buried 2 of his sons in one day. Let's take a look at the little details from that report in the next slide. 2 brothers, Umaru and Usman, were dragged out of their various bed chambers and slaughtered right in the presence of their 77-year-old father, their wives, and the entire family members. Those are the only children I have. The bandits came around 3 a.m. and killed my sons. They dragged them from their rooms and killed them. I am ill, old, and blind. Now I lost my children, the septuagenarian said, unable to conceal his grief. Fatima, Umar's wife, was lying beside her husband when the bandits got into their village. I heard a sound when I came out, the widow narrated. One of the bandits hit me with a stick and sent me back inside. They dragged my husband and slaughtered him with a cutlass. Very touching story from Zamfara State. And then from Daddy Yata, a Twitter user, we've seen this video. And according to him, he said in this video, Governor of Kaduna State indicts Buhari of negligence in tackling Zamfara crisis, kidnapping, and Boko Haram resurgence. The governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, giving his perspective on the wave of insurgency that is currently plaguing the northeast and certain other parts of the country. Let's take a look at this video very quickly.
We are just applying military force and we think we can resolve our insurgency. It's not going to happen. I've been in government. I've run a territory. And I know the amount of information I get, security reports that I get as minister. The president gets 50 times that. And I put it to you, and I challenge anyone, including DGSSS, to this. The SSS know who these insurgents are. They are not ghosts. They know them. The president knows them. And they know what.
Governor of Kaduna State saying that the DSS and the president, they know who these insurgents are. From Twitter user Merninga said, even though I love PMB, but I have to say this, Baba, you have failed us. Stop Zamfara killings. And attach this cartoon. Let's take a look at this cartoon properly in the next slide. As you can see from the illustration, which is by Bulama, you can see that cartoon that shows the president glossing over the killings in Zamfara State while saying, my deepest condolences to the victim of the March 31st fatal shooting in Lagos. As Kolade Johnson, who was shot by SARS last Sunday, the president had tweeted about it, but according to this illustration, neglecting the killings that are happening in Zamfara State. Let's move on and take a look at what the president actually said yesterday while this issue was raging in the social media. He tweeted and said, it is ridiculous and unfair to suggest that I'm not concerned about the situation in Zamfara or doing anything about it. Ensuring the protection of the people of Nigeria is one of my primary responsibilities and functions. No other issue dominates my attention as much. Continuing in a series of tweets partly captured also by this one, and said, I want to appeal to Nigerians that we should not politicize this tragic situation in Zamfara. How can I be indifferent to the senseless killings and kidnapping of my fellow citizens by bandits and the deep trauma and impoverishment that these attacks inflict on them? The president saying, no, I'm concerned about what is happening in Zamfara State. Don't say I'm not concerned. But T-Boy won that tweet and said, I'm very sure Buhari is not aware of this tweet. Zamfara killings. A Nigerian responding to the president's tweets, and Maggie tweeting also said, I still spoke about this yesterday. I don't like this. You should have spoken since. People have died and you said nothing until the match. We know it's not easy being president, but just a simple tweet would have comforted a lot of people. And then from Aaron Dykes, a tweet and said, now that he or his social media handler has said something, will it change anything? All man for himself is the real situation of this country. And then one more tweet on this matter from Malaika the Prof said, President off to Jordan, Vice President off to Rwanda, Senate President off to Qatar. No one is off to Zamfara. Simply put, nobody cares. Zamfara killings. We move on from the issue of Zamfara killings to another very emotional and disturbing story of Joseph Urueye, a graduate of medicine from the University of Lagos University Teaching Hospital, who graduated last week Wednesday. He had his convocation on Wednesday, only to be killed by armed robbers on the streets of Lagos, just around the university campus on the next day. This sparked off outrage in the social media on Friday as Nigerians were demanding justice for Stephen. According to people who are familiar with the details of that development, incidents like these have always happened in the same spot where he was killed. The students have lamented about the poor security of that place, and nothing has really been done by the university management or the security agencies to put security in place to forestall the case of Stephen, who was killed last Wednesday in Lagos. He is the only son of the mom who is a widow. Let's take a look at some of the details of these. Dr. Lufumilaya tweeted said he became a medical doctor last year. His mom is a widow. She sent him to medical school for 6 years. Dr. Stephen was going to work in Luth yesterday. Today he is dead. How do you explain to his mom that her son, who just did convocation 2 days ago, was killed? Justice for Stephen. Dr. Lufumilaya tweeting that. Dr. Zobo tweeting said, a hospital in an environment of high crime rate, yet the government has done nothing to tighten security. Now, in one night, a young promising doctor, only son, who just convocated on Wednesday, stabbed to death by 9 p.m. at Luth Gate, plus male and female hostess robbed. God, justice for Stephen. And then Belisma 2007 posting said, early 2013, I was robbed at gunpoint along the same canal road opposite Luth. One of the robbers pressed the cold metal of the gun against my cheeks while saying, "Shey you dey feel am." I later recovered almost all my stolen belongings. Long story. Justice for Stephen. They continued another tweet and said, but the trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder from that night remains even today. I was indeed lucky to be alive. Sadly, not everyone will be so lucky if something isn't done to ensure security on that canal road especially. And it was just past 8 p.m. that fateful night. In fact, justice for Stephen. Belisima 007 tweeting that T. Shokbelola posting said, which way Nigeria? The street ain't safe any longer. Someone got inducted and convocated during the week, only for some cruel souls to end his life for no just cause. This is really disheartening. God grant him rest eternal and comfort the family. Justice for Stephen. And then from Becklon Things posting said, rest in peace, Dr. Stephen. I am angry and very sad at how lackadaisical the security men of Luth have taken this matter. Please, how can you open your mouth to say he shouldn't have been there in the night? How? By 9 p.m., should there be a curfew in a hospital area? Justice for Stephen. And then the Cable also filed this report about the mom's reaction. The grieving mom said, I gave birth to him at an old age. Let's take a look at details of that report, which was filed by the Cable over the weekend. His aggrieved mother, who is a widow, described her only son as gentle, asking his killers what I did to deserve this type of thing. Stephen was a covenant child. I gave birth to him at an old age. I went through hell during his delivery. It was through a cesarean section. Aderonke was quoted to have said, as my only son, I have hoped he would get married and live with me, with his wife and children. Death should have taken me instead of my only son. Very tragic and devastating story there. Babatunde Balo tweeting, however, said, Badebo Jimo and Malika Deboye have been arrested, and here are their faces. They were paraded by police in association with the murder of Dr. Stephen. I wish they can release them to the 200-level students as live cadavers. Justice for Stephen. Okay, we move on from the issue of justice for Stephen to lighter issues on Instagram. Are you running a business and you are concerned that your family, friends, and relatives are not patronizing your business? Rather than patronizing you, they will rather patronize total strangers. That is what this comedian on Instagram is saying, which has generated comments also in this video that has gone viral. King Bright Official posting on his Instagram page said, the truth about family and friends on social media. Let's take a look at this video and some of the comments that followed.
We talk right here. High service, now they kill some of us for social media. Instagram. A lot of you don't support your friends, your family members. You don't support their businesses. But you support celebrities that you don't know and that don't know you. Celebrities, una go they do high service for their page. Una go there, they talk, oh, I love you. Oh, how much is it? If celebrity talks in at 20,000 naira, una go buy them. Your family members, your friends will tell you it's 2,000 naira. You will not buy. You will not patronize your own family members and friends, but you are on celebrities' page doing eye service. These celebrities, they don't know you. They don't reply to your messages. Your mama died, they don't go come. Your papa died, they don't go come. You, they do name your wedding, they are not coming. They don't know you. But your friends who are always there for you to support you, you will not support them. High service, now they kill all of us. Support your family members and friends. Support them, you will not die.
Okay, support your family members, you will not die. Debbie Erica 2254 posted said, God bless you, sir. This thing touched me rich bone. I have been trying to hustle, but my friends have been bad to my business. See me selling stuff for 3K. Original thing, no, they prefer to order online for 5K with delivery fees. Debbie Eric 254 posting there, reacting to that video. And from Diamond Cakes posting said, I keep saying this, then go say I'm frustrated. Not in pain parts when close friends and relatives abandon you. Diamond Cakes posting in reaction to that video. Fabdami said, even celebrities only do their charities for the show. They will only make their noisy donations when there's a lot of hype attached to it. Fabdami reacting. And then from Wuzie, so much sense. I see a whole lot of celebrities' comments disagreeing with him because majority of them like free things. They always feel they are doing you a favor, but we want you to patronize them. Ndiwa, worldly people, always here tweeting and then posting actually on Instablog Niger. And then from humor and style, so true. But you should know that people won't support you until you have blown. That's the sad truth about life. To be an entrepreneur is not easy. Talking from experience, be your own encouragement. Keep doing you. Don't worry when you blow, they will come true. Reactions to that video you just watched. And billionaire businessman, founder of Dangote Group, is trending on Twitter in the social media. A video surfaced over the weekend in a conversation with Mo Ibrahim in Abidjan. Dangote said that he, at some point in his life, withdrew the sum of $10 million and took the money home just to look at it and be satisfied with himself that I have arrived. I'm a billionaire. And he kept it in his car, and then the next morning, he took it back to the bank. Let's take a look at details of that report, which is currently trending. Africa Fat Zone shared this video with us. Aliko Dangote reveals he once withdrew $10 million just to look at it. Let's take a look at this video very quickly, and the comments are followed.
doesn't matter now because for you it is numbers in the banks, you know. You look at your bank statement and you know how many zeros here or it's not here or there. But
I don't even look at that at all.
You don't even like it, but it's okay. But when you made your first million or 5 million, how we deal with that? When you made your first million or 5 million or...
You know, the way it is that when you first start business, your target is to make your first million. You know, okay, fine, I did that. But, you know, after, you know, a year or so, I realized that, look, I have much more than 12, 13 billion, you know, and I said, okay, fine, all these numbers are just written numbers.
Yeah.
You know, and one day I went to a bank.
Yeah.
You know, at that time there were no restrictions of this, and I wrote a check and cash $10 million, and I took it home.
For yourself?
For myself, yes.
You cashed $10 million from the bank?
Yes.
Yes, and took it?
I put it in the boot of my vehicle, and I went home, and I opened it, and I look at 10 million, I said, that, okay, fine, now I believe I have money. I know.
So you put this in the bed and you slept all night on top of it. You made love to your money.
It was in the boot of my
car.
You know, car. But I brought it, and I went there by myself. I drove myself to the bank. I cashed the money, and you know, I put it in my room, and I looked at the money, and I took it back to the bank the next day.
Can I ask you how much money you have in your wallet today?
Today?
Yeah. How much money you have in your pocket?
You'll be very, very surprised. I don't even have, not even $1, nothing.
You have no money on you?
Nothing. Okay. Nothing. I have nothing.
That's money for you guys. When you have money, you don't carry money.
Oh my God, when you are large, you are large. Able God, shower your blessings. Okay, Sam Eba _ posting said, so Dangote went to the bank and withdrew $10 million just to stare at it. And whenever I visit the ATM to withdraw just 10,000 or even 5K, I will be feeling somehow. Oh Lord, are you there? Sam Eba _ tweeting, AccuPopZ posting said, God, when will I go to the bank? Cash out $10 million, take it home, so I'll truly realize I have money. Dangote doesn't have two heads. So again, God, when? AccuPopZ tweeting, Olamide 10 said, if Dangote give you 10 million naira with his left hand, will you collect it? Me? I don't even like someone older than me to even give me something with the right hand before. Olamide 10 posting, and Mr. Jolov on Instagram reacting to that video said, imagine say Dangote come say he want to give away for Instagram. Dangote go hear prayer where he never hear for in life. Problem when he go see, in mind go they go. Instagram will just shut down because of Azar when people go put for comment section. Let's take a look at this last video as we draw the curtain on Kakaaki Social this morning. Let's take a look.
If we owe you normally, let us say you be bra, you get money $10 million. So you get $10 million. How much you don't give the street safe? Come.
Dangote do give away.
Yeah, do give away. Dangote do give away. We don't worry you.
Okay, guys, the conversation continues on the social media on our platforms at Kakaaki Social on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. I am Ohima Maize. The show returns tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Handing over back now to Utive and Chikodinaka.
Yes, thank you very much, Ohima.